RJ, go ahead, Ed.
Well, you go ahead.
What are your thoughts on that one? And it's been a while since you guys lost a game.
Yeah, definitely a rough one. It's not a type of game that you would want to lose, but credit to Georgia Tech. They outplayed us today. They were out rebounding us. They had a lot of momentum plays that swung their way, made tough shots, made threes, and overall, the way we got into the game was the first half they played harder than us, and that's what Coach Davis had and the rest of the coaching staff had preached to us. It wasn't our best brand of basketball, and we tried to make up for it in the second half, but by then it was kind of too late.
Just real quick on that, when you said it wasn't your best brand of basketball, it might have been your worst game of the year, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, would you agree with that? Or?
Yeah, I don't think our defensive rotations were there. We weren't really getting to the ball. That's kind of my fault in the pick and rolls and stuff like that. Just kind of getting to the ball with the ball handler, and then that allowed them to either get easy layups or drop it down low to the big, and had a lot of turnovers, little silly turnovers in the first half, and kind of bad shots. So that made up for all of it.
On that last shot, when you were down on the ground, I saw you kind of looking up, arms out to Teddy Valentine as he's kind of run off. What did you say to him? Were you kind of looking for a foul there? I don't want you to get in trouble, but was there enough contact that maybe that stuff's called a lot?
The refs do a good job of, kind of controlling the game and whatnot, and, sometimes calls a miss and whatnot. So, I didn't say anything more so just like initial reaction. But, it's a type of game, and where things happen, kind of things don't go your way.
I think a minute ago you said that they played harder than you guys in the first half. They had a 12-1 run to close the half.
Yep.
Is that the first time in maybe a long time at all this year where maybe the other team has played harder than you guys for a lengthy stretch?
Yeah, I was definitely shocked just because of how hard this team competes, and
Armando, I'll get you.
how hard this team competes, and for a team just to go out there and play harder than us, that kind of just caught me off guard, and that's what kind of Coach Davis' message was at halftime. Like, he would never expect that from this type of group, but sometimes you got to get knocked down a little bit, just to see how you respond. And this could be a testament to this game was kind of needed, but it's definitely something that we shouldn't have lost. Or
I was going to ask you.
Yeah,
you don't want to lose.
Yeah, we don't.
But sometimes losses could be valuable if you turn them into something. You guys did that with the Kentucky game, turn it into something positive. So what do you turn into this one? What kind of positive can you try to get from this?
Yeah,
maybe a lesson learned or something like that.
Yeah, I think just look back in the drawboard, look at the film, and see what we did wrong, and kind of just make up for that going into Saturday's game. This is definitely a game that you don't want to lose, especially a road game, and kind of just controlling your destiny a little bit. And the run that we were on and the streak that we were winning with. This definitely hard and kind of too hard to accept. But sometimes in life you just gotta look for what it is. We lost this game. All right, how are we gonna respond? We got knocked down. Are we really gonna stay down and feel sorry for ourselves, or are we gonna get back up and fight? So
yes, one more before I can talk to Armando. People are gonna say you guys are looking ahead to do.
Yeah.
Was there any of that?
No. Today's game was important because it's today's game, and we weren't looking forward. Looking past into Saturday, to Duke's games, looking at Georgia Tech, because that's what is next on the schedule. So our mindset is always one game at a time, one day at a time, and yeah.
There are times teams just aren't going to have their A game. This was one of those.
Yeah, credit to them. They hit a lot of tough contested shots, and lived in the mid range, got open threes, and they was able to connect on that. Yep.
RJ, no. Obviously, you guys did end up taking the lead. It was an 8-point game. You guys ended up, going up by one. What do you think kind of was working for you guys there and allowing you guys to take the lead?
We moved the ball from one side to the other, and then we was able to get stops and cover on the offensive end. I think that's what was working for us. A couple of times earlier in the game, we weren't really getting stops, and then when we tried to get into offense, our offense was dead. So, and the ball was stagnant, stuck in one place. So, I think we did a good job of when we went on our run. We was moving the ball, we was playing defense, and yeah, that's what contributed to that.
For sure. And then obviously, this one's fresh, but I guess when you go look at the film, go review it, what are, for you personally, like, what are some of the things you think you're gonna, kind of look at? And I know you obviously kind of mentioned some of the trends from today, but what are some of the first things you think you're gonna go look at?
They were a heavy ball screen team, and just look at the ball screen coverages and see what I could have done a better job of that. Whether it was being the weak side help or being more aggressive and impactful on the ball. Those are the main things I'm looking at on film and whatnot, and just seeing the shots. I took a couple of early Either it was like a mid-range or contested three. Those type of shots, they kind of just limit those going to the next few games.
Yeah, for sure.